Welcome to the Grand Theft World podcast, hosted and sponsored by GrandTheftWorld.com. This is episode 97. It is September 11th, 2022. And this week, we're going to be covering a whole lot of news. There's some big events from the past week. We're going to be here for the next 6 or 7 hours, breaking it apart, analyzing it, going deep dive into information. I've got a whole bunch of information here that we're going to cover on the 21st anniversary of 9/11. And before we do that, let's get a little sampling of the stories we might be covering tonight. Things like there was a really big event this past week. It's slipping my mind. Somebody passed away. Right. The Queen of England passed away. She was age 96. And that, of course, kicks off Operation Unicorn, the transfer of power from Elizabeth II to King Charles III. We'll just call him KC3 for the rest of the night. We're going to have to talk about him a lot. We're going to need an abbreviation. King Charles III is too long, even for this long form podcast. So once we get through Operation Unicorn and we understand what it means to have a 71-year-old king who has taken the throne, many people think 50 years he hasn't had a job and he's just now getting his first job. No. He's had a job for the past 50 years. We're going to go into it in deep detail tonight. It affects things like your gas tank and the price you fill your gas tank with, the price with which you fill your refrigerator, food prices, gas prices, economy, carbon neutral market, green agenda. All these things are Prince Charles. It's not just Klaus Schwab. So we're going to add that very much important layer to understand world events, the King Charles layer, we'll call it. Also tonight, we're going to have a special guest, Johnny Vedmore. He's going to cover his most recent article on Klaus Schwab, Henry Kissinger, and the other non-elected rulers who try to make a plan for our future that doesn't include freedom. I think it sucks. We could do better, and that's what we're here to do tonight. Also, last but not least, we just completed a 24-hour live stream commemorating the events of 9/11, not with a bunch of things you might have seen on cable TV. No. We presented you with 24 hours of evidence, artifacts, testimony that is inconvenient to the cartoonish narrative that people have been fed about those events, and in a way to discuss and preserve it. Each year we do an annual live stream. We just completed that. So we're going for a record here on Rockfin. We already found out their live stream limits 12 hours at a time. We're going for our third 12-hour chunk. We'll probably take half that chunk tonight. And to kick it off, let's go to Luke Radowski of We Are Change and thebestpoliticalshirts.com for a little deep dive into this week's news. Succinct.
Great intro, and now I need to figure out why we're not streaming. So just chill and let me figure this out.
Cool. It's not the first time something like this has happened.
Yeah.
Well, at least we've got what Joshua needs to cut the preview.
Exactly.
Yeah, my job's done.
Joshua's all set now. He's like, see you later.
Rich, quickly talk about, was it the guy who talked to Tucker?
Alex Stein, I believe.
Introduce him so I can cut that in.
Oh, I don't know too much about Alex Stein. I mean, he's an internet troll. I haven't really seen any of his work, but he's not a troll with an empty mind or without purpose or meaning. There's direct meaning and substance and merit to a lot of his trolling. So he just uses that as a technique to get attention, interest, so he can deliver value. Alex Stein.
And he truth bombs Tucker.
That was the most truth bombing of Tucker in a short period of time I've ever seen. And Tucker took it well.
Thanks.
He took it.
Take it. If only we could find that clip while we're here.
I know, dude.
Not